All right, wait a second.
What happens here? Okay, let's just go with that.
Hallo liebe Moviepiloten, mit Bumblebee erwartet uns das erste Transformers Prequel. Ich habe die Stars des neuen Films zum Interview getroffen und sie zwei kleine schöne Bumblebee-Actionfiguren zusammenbauen lassen. Sowohl John Cena als auch Hailee Steinfeld haben diese Figuren unterschrieben. Und die gibt es heute auch zu gewinnen. Was ihr dafür machen müsst, ist mir folgende Frage zu beantworten. In welchen Gegenstand würdet ihr euch am liebsten transformieren und warum? Schreibt mir das bitte in die Kommentare und registriert euch unter dem folgenden Link, den es sowohl als Top-Comment als auch in der Videobeschreibung gibt. Wir veröffentlichen regelmäßig coole Interviews, daher vergesst nicht, uns zu abonnieren und die Glocke zu aktivieren. Viel Spaß! First of all, I really dug the film. Grew up with Transformers, and this is everything I wanted to see.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Were you a fan of the Transformers back in the day?
Yeah, I had seen the films before, and my connection to it is really through my older brother, who is a race car driver and mechanic. And so these films are right up his alley. And I remember when I first signed on to this project, I couldn't wait to tell my brother. I couldn't wait to have a film that I knew he would, me as his sister aside, absolutely love. And he was with me on set when I made this film, and it was so helpful to have him there, when it came to anything having to do with working on the car, to have him walk me through it and make sure what I was doing felt authentic.
You're kind of being a kid from the 80s, I assume.
Yes.
So were you a fan of the Transformers?
I think every kid growing up in that era was a fan of the Transformers. If it wasn't watching the animated series, it was simply the mere fascination with the toys, and that was because you could get one toy and have two toys. So every kid wanted a Transformer, and toy makers knew this. They were so popular. Transformers were copycatted and bootlegged so many times. I even referenced the fact that McDonald's had transforming Happy Meal toys. So they really made an impact on young kids.
I was never able to put them back together.
Yeah, they're not easy to transform. You need a few reps. It's quite difficult, actually.
Wer bist du?
And this movie obviously harkens back to a lot of 80s nostalgia. On set, were you kind of nostalgic about a lot of stuff?
It was cool, especially with all the Sector 7 stuff, to see the big ass tape drives and the macro computers, when everyone is also holding their smartphone, which is 10 times as capable as a macro computer, but it's in their hand. It was interesting to see that, and just to think that that was only 30 years ago and things have come so far. It's a wonderful time.
It was a ton of fun, not just for me, but pretty much everybody on the crew, to kind of dive back into their childhoods, or that time period when things, looking back, they felt a little bit simpler. And so there were so many crew members where we put together a set, we designed a location, and would come up to me like, oh my God, this looks just like when I was in high school. And designing the bedrooms, it was so much fun. I mean, Memo's bedroom, Charlie's, Hailee Steinfeld's character, Charlie, her good friend Memo, the next door neighbor, his bedroom is essentially a carbon copy of my bedroom when I was a kid. It's a wonderland of 80s teenage nerddom. And so it was really fun to kind of go back into my own experiences and to try to bring that era to life.
Yeah, I love that any period piece really allows you to, or gives you the opportunity to immerse yourself fully into that time. And it was so fun discovering, Charlie's sense of style, in that sense, hair, makeup, wardrobe, going through that whole, the fittings went from there's not a lot that I don't love from the 80s, but I did discover what those things were in my fittings. Very questionable choices they made sometimes with fashion and whatnot. But the music, again, is such a huge part of this film, and I think that would be my favorite takeaway of the film of the era.
Ich werde dir nicht wehtun. Wie heißt
In the movie, of course, we also explore the theme of your first car. So I have very fond memories of my first car, and I miss it dearly.
Oh no.
It broke down at some point.
Oh no.
It was just done. So, do you have any memories of your first car?
Yeah, well, I actually got my license very late. And so my first car came sort of well after that. And I would sort of drive my parents' cars or my brother's at the time. And, you know, having a car in general is, I mean, to experience that sort of freedom and independence that a car can give you is unlike really anything else. And I grew up in LA where you drive absolutely everywhere. And so I remember that moment of like, you know, starting your car up and like being like, this is so crazy. And for the longest time, this was such a random thought, but whenever I would drive with my dad, he would always give me directions back home as if I like didn't live there my whole life. I don't know, I just thought that was so cute that like, here I am driving for the first time and he makes it like I don't even know where I am, but yeah.
It was a 1984 Cadillac Coupe de Ville. I got it when I was 14 and a half and never drove it legally. I wrecked it by the time I was 15 and a half. The first car I ever bought with my own money is a 1989 Jeep Wrangler. I still have to this day. It has 180,000 miles on it, and it is now living a wonderful retired life, and I drive it on occasion and thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, my car broke down. It's just gone.
I'll never get rid of it.
Ich sag dir mal was. Nicht der Fahrer sucht sich das Auto aus.
And obviously, this movie is about you and Bumblebee. So we did prepare a little Bumblebee.
I see that.
Are you able to assemble him?
I can definitely try.
Speaking of Bumblebee, I think you're holding one in your hand right now.
Yes, I am.
Are you able to transform him?
We're gonna find out.
John Cena did his best. He was really good. I suck at it, to be honest. I sucked at it even back when I was a child, but...
Oh, really? Have you still been working on it?
Backstage a little bit.
Backstage a little bit, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we're getting there.
If you could give me an hour and a half.
I really hope it took John a lot longer than this.
Wait a second. Almost got it. Almost got it. Almost there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Making headway.
Wait, what happens now?
This is a fully transformed Bumblebee. Oh, I can make him do a split. And, wait a second.
Wait. Oh, hey! Okay. I feel like I'm gonna break him.
Yeah, that's what I got. We're good.
Just gotta get his head out. No worries. Oh, yes! Oh, wait.
It's amazing. I mean, it looks exactly like the posters.
And if you just wait 1 second, watch this. It now looks like a... Oh, wait a second. All right, wait a second.
What happens here? Okay, let's just go with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I wasn't able to do that.
Jackpot. Bumblebee. Like I said, just take some time under tension.
Musik kann dir helfen, deine Gefühle auszudrücken, Bee. Versuch's damit.
So, das war unser Interview mit den Stars von Bumblebee. Freut ihr euch auf den Film? Schreibt es mir in die Kommentare und vergesst nicht, uns zu sagen, in welchen Gegenstand ihr euch gerne transformieren würdet und warum. Denn dann habt ihr eine Chance, diese 2 Babys hier zu gewinnen. Vergesst nicht, euch zu registrieren. Den Link findet ihr, wie gesagt, in der Videobeschreibung und als Top-Comment. Ich freue mich auf euch. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut.